What is up, everyone? My name is Phil. The channel is Phil's Polls. And we are back with another card opening video. Today we've got our next mail day video. I've been saving up some mail, some cards I purchased online, and I saved up a bunch to feel like it was a sufficient amount for a video, and here we are. So it's probably been I don't know if it's even been a month, maybe about a month since I did the last one. So I don't buy a ton of singles online. This may look like a lot, but over the course of a month, you know, I don't really go too crazy between the, you know, openings for the videos and just kind of seeking out some cards that I like, mainly higher end stuff. And there are a couple monsters in here. So I tried to remember which packages were which and to kind of save those for the end. Some of this stuff I don't even know what it is. It's been sitting around so long. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe. I know the last mail day video did pretty well. You guys seem to enjoy it. Gives you a little insight into cards that I'm hunting down or trying to complete, you know, rainbows of, or just, you know, investing in some hockey cards and some other stuff, Pokemon. But there's going to be a couple big baseball cards in here. And I hope I don't spoil one of the really good ones too early. All right, so we'll start with this. Not exactly sure what it is, but that's why it's a mail day opening. We'll find out. What I'm really hoping doesn't happen during one of these is that I get like fan mail. Yeah, that's what this is. So, yeah, so it looks like somebody sent me, oh, it's actually a ticket from my Major League debut, April 26, 2007, against Toronto. I probably actually agreed to sign this for this guy. I don't think he just tried to track down my address, so that's pretty cool. I'll send that back to you. But, actually, he put a pen in there too, nice blue Sharpie. So, all right, so that's cool. I'm glad I opened that first just to get that out of the way. I know that, you know, it's sketchy sometimes, and I know that, who was it? I think Max Muncy was the guy that kind of, actually I don't want to say that it was Muncy if it wasn't. I believe it was, though. They got a bunch of fan mail sent to his house, and he kind of went about the whole thing the wrong way. But, you know, sometimes it is kind of, you know, for privacy's sake, you really hope that your home address doesn't get out there. But I get it, you know, people that do, you know, through the mail autographs want to know where to send guys cards, especially guys that are either not playing like me or in the off season. But at the same time, you just hope that if you buy stuff online or whatever, people don't give out your address. But it happens. It's one of those things. All right, moving on. Next card we have is, I think this actually made an appearance in my other mail day video, but Braden Point, 26 Upper Deck Young Guns, Gem Mint 10 there. These are actually still really affordable, and you know, I'm biased because I'm a Lightning fan, but I think he's a stud. And actually, I don't think he's a stud. He is. He's proven it. But he plays for Tampa, so he's not in a huge market. And, you know, they've got a lot of superstars there, so he kind of flies under the radar a little bit. So his Young Guns are actually still, I think you can get raw cards, which are tough to grade, so I don't recommend buying raw if you want gem mints. But I think they're still like 10, 15 bucks, which, you know, if he gets up to, I don't know, like a Matthews price, which you never will because it's Toronto, but even if he gets close, that's like a, you know, $200-300 card. So I thought it's a good investment. I'm kind of seeking those out a little bit if I can find good prices for 10s, or even like 9s go for basically the price of a raw card. So I'll scoop some of those up every now and then just because Young Guns are very tough to grade at times. And now I'm going to try to figure out how to get into this package here. I think that's, yeah, okay. So there's that, and then we'll just get this off. And what is this? Oh, great. Okay, so very thoroughly packaged, and which I appreciate. Just makes these videos a little bit longer, which people then say that I'm drawing it out for more ad revenue, which is always fun. You guys are great in the comments. Oh yeah. So this is one of the bigger ones that I was hoping to save for the end, but I just don't know what cards are where. This was actually I got a very good price on this, or at least I thought it was, but it's the Kyle Tucker superfactor auto out of Sapphire. 1 of 1. I think he's due to have a big year. I mean, obviously with the Astros stuff, it's maybe not the best time to go crazy investing in Astros players, but he had nothing to do with 2017, and I think he's a good player. Had a kind of a rough debut, but then came back up and did really well, and I like Sapphire, and I like superfractors, and I like him as a player, and it wasn't like, you know, too crazy of a price. So card I thought was worth picking up there with the Kyle Tucker superfractor auto out of Sapphire. I just happened to type in like Sapphire superfractors just to see what was out there, see what stuff sold for, and saw that one was ending in like a day, so I just put in, seems like a couple cards were included in here. That's nice. And here we have a Keston Hiura. If you've watched my videos before, you know I'm a big fan of this guy. This is a Sapphire base card, which, if you can believe it, are still like 90 to 100 bucks, which is insane. I mean, the Tatis is like 550 right now, which is just crazy, but big fan of this guy. And I probably got this, I don't know, probably in the $90 range, I think is what I've either been offering or going to on some of them. And so that's that. I think we have, what, 4 packages left, so we're making decent time. Here we've got another doozy of one to try to open up. Try not to screw this up and like cut the card or bend it out of there, but I know I've mentioned this on other videos, but it's like you take so much time to, you know, wrap this thing up so it doesn't get damaged, and then you end up damaging it or yourself trying to get it out. But with everybody so quick to the trigger on leaving bad reviews on or negative feedback on eBay, it's like sellers go above and beyond to try to avoid that, which I get, you know. Pay a lot of money for a card, you don't want it showing up in your mailbox bent. But here we have a raw Young Guns, as I said before, you know. Don't necessarily buy raw online, but I did. It was probably a really good price. I'm guessing it was like sub 10 bucks. It's got a little bit of a rough corner on the top there, but you know, to be expected. This is upper deck like base cards, and they are that kind of basic stock and can be tough to grade, but at that price I was like, hey, maybe it shows up and it's like gem mint and I can send it in. But that one I probably won't. It had a little bit of a burr up on the top right corner. Not the greatest edge to it, corner to it, but so you can see this is like standard practice for, you know, any top loaded single you'll get from eBay or really from anybody. A couple pieces of cardboard with blue tape around it to give the card a little more protection, but it just becomes tricky because I don't want to sit here all day and like be peeling the tape off, so I just try to slide my razor in between, and there we go. So this guy, I'm also a big fan of him. I kind of took it easy on a little bit of these Topps Chrome Update cards, but I saw this one come across my computer screen, and I thought it was a decent price, so I went for it. It's the gold refractor to 50 of Luis Arraez from the Twins. I think he's a good player. I think that with all the juice ball stuff going on and everything else, I think he's just got really good hands, really good plate discipline, and I think he's going to come out if they do alter the balls, which I feel like they will. I feel like he's going to come out ahead on that. So that is that. Big fan of his. And let's see what is in our second to last box here. All bubble wrapped up. I like when people ship in these. This is, you know, it's a little bit more expensive. It's flat rate. Little box, but it's makes it a lot easier to get stuff out. So those bubble mailers. What do we have here? Oh, yeah. So this was actually part of a trade I did. This came really quick, which props to the shipper on this one. So this is actually part of a trade I did. I traded a base Sapphire Tatis for some cash, and this guy, just his Bowman Prospects, first Bowman Chrome 210, when he was still a White Sox. Not a great trade. Not a great trade for Chicago there, but now a Padre obviously went over in the James Shields deal, and yeah, nice card. I didn't have one of those, so I figured it'd be a nice pickup. Not the auto or anything, but just the base. And then here we are with our last package of this Mailday video. And I think I just cut myself. Of course you did. Way to go, Phil. You know, wrap this thing up so it doesn't get damaged, and then you end up damaging it or yourself. It was bound to happen. Everybody was like, you used that razor way too easy. And I'm like, no, I got it. Look at that. It's kind of ironic once we get to this card, actually, because, well, you'll see why. I actually know what this one is. And here we go. Don't worry, guys, I'm gonna be fine. It's like barely bleeding. And I know you were all very concerned. So this card is a red, blood red, and it is Fernando Tatis red auto from Sapphire. I haggled back and forth with the seller of this for a while. Kind of cooled off of it for a bit. Figured I would strike back up a conversation, see if we could make a deal, and we came to an agreement. Numbered 1 of 5, Tatis red Sapphire auto. I have the purple, the orange, and the base, a couple base. So all I need for the whole deal is the green and the superfactor, which I'm not holding my breath on, but who knows? Maybe we'll get it in one of our Sapphire openings. So that is going to be our Mailday video for today. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Some pretty cool cards in here. Obviously, this one's a monster. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Let me know if you guys like the Mailday videos. Leave a like, subscribe. And yeah, let me know in the comments if this is this is stuff you guys enjoy. So yeah, appreciate it, guys. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. See you.